Hey everybody, Mark Hall here, and I'm a little late with getting into Philippians. It's been a little crazy around here. We're writing a new record right now. Really excited about where God's taken us, and a lot of it, I believe, is coming from just diving in the Word, and that's what our songs are about. So good stuff. Let's get into Philippians chapter 1. We're in verse 27. Amazing verse, okay? Only let your manner of life be worthy of the gospel of Christ, so that whether I come and see you or I'm absent, I may hear of you that you're standing firm in one spirit, with one mind, striving side by side for the faith of the gospel, and not frightened in anything by your opponents. This is a clear sign to them of their destruction, but it's a sign to you of your salvation, and that is from God. Good stuff. The first verse is a monster. Let the manner of your life be worthy of the gospel. Man, it's easy to, if you're not careful, look for the verbs so we can start doing the verbs. But what I want to remind you, and you're going to hear a lot from Crown soon, is you can't hang fruit. Fruit is fruit. It comes from within, right? That's why the fruit of the Spirit is called the fruit of the Spirit and not the fruit of Mark. The closest Mark's ever going to come to fruit is religion, and religion is an ornament. Ornaments and fruit. Ornaments get knocked off the first trouble that comes your way. Fruit comes from within, and I don't mean the you deep inside. I mean Jesus inside of you. There's nothing in you worth anybody else following or wanting to be like. But Jesus in you is supernatural, monster big, forever kind of stuff, and that's what the world needs. Not new and improved people, but dead people brought back to life. We tracking? So, let your manner of life be worthy of the gospel of Christ. What he's saying here is the way you live your life, the things that you do, the gospel should fit in there. Let me say that a different way. In any place in your day, in any time of your day, around any group of friends that you spend time with, or any group of friends that you work with, and any activity that you do as a normal part of your life, you should be able to start sharing the gospel and it not seem out of place. I don't mean not random. You're sitting here eating spaghetti. I love these noodles. Aren't these noodles a lot like Jesus? No, that's not what I mean. But what I am saying is, at the workplace, if you started sharing the gospel, the people at your work ought to be able to say, well, of course he's sharing the gospel. He's a believer. It makes total sense that he would. A little random that he's doing it on this forklift right now, but it makes sense, right? You're at school, you start sharing the gospel. It might seem a little random at the moment, might not be very welcomed, and it's not in our schools today or in most of our workplaces. But the people that are around you and that know you and that spend time with you ought to say, well, of course he's sharing the gospel. It just kind of makes sense. I've seen how he lives. I've seen how he talks. I know what he watches, what he clicks on, what he says, how he reacts to people. I've been around him when he's entertaining. I've been around him when he's thinking and not thinking. I've been around this guy, and the gospel fits. We tracking? That is something that I strive for. But I would dare to say, like many of you, there's probably been a few times where if I started sharing the gospel, people would have thought, really? Seriously? He's one of those guys? He's religious? I don't want to be religious. I want it to be natural. I don't want it to be an ornament. I want it to be a fruit. I don't want to conjure up worship moments and regurgitate witnessing outlines from someone else. I want to live a life that preaches the gospel before I even open my mouth. That's what I'm praying for here. That's what I'm praying for you guys. Ask God to help you. Ask God to, as you get into His Word, come out in the way you live first, and then in the way you talk. Love you guys. See ya.